Live from Callaloo Studios in New York City, you are listening to Let's Take It Offline with your host, Kishshana Palmer.
Hey Fab Crew, you're listening to Let's Take This Offline, the podcast for everyday leaders. Part inspiration, part sit down, let's have a conversation. Here's where you'll find the real deal about living well and leading well. I'm Kishshana Palmer, your host and resident leadership whiz.
What happened in the meeting after the meeting?
We talk about it all on Let's Take This Offline. Don't forget to subscribe, download, and leave a comment so we can keep the conversation going. Her friends affectionately call her the sweetest gal you'll ever meet. And folks who know Bri, as she is affectionately called by friends and family, will tell you that Briana McKenzie is the sweetest gal you'll ever meet. Briana proudly hails from South Jamaica, Queens. Raised in a Guyanese household, she learned early the importance of treating people with kindness and respect. Do unto others is the quote that she lives by in her 20 plus years in the customer service industry. Her current position as an airport operations lead for a major U.S. airline carrier has given her the chance to use her customer service expertise on another level. Briana is a Young Leader for Change Award recipient at her place of employment, and she holds an associate's degree from SUNY Farmingdale University in Urban Studies and Communication. When she is not taking over the world and being a customer service extraordinaire, she is a proud auntie to her 3 nieces, 3 godsons, and 1 goddaughter, all whom are the light of her life. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kishshana, and we are back in the studio again for another awesome episode, y'all. I mean, come on through season 2. And I could not be more excited to have in the studio live with me today my dear friend, my good, listen, Brianna McKenzie, what's up?
Hey, Fab Crew.
Ow.
Ow.
Pew,
Pew, pew, pew, pew, pew. We're West Indian. Pew, pew, pew. I am ecstatic.
Oh my gosh.
Ecstatic to be here with my good Kishshana.
Oh my gosh. It's so good.
These are things that we dreamt about and they're happening, and I'm excited about it.
Come on through. Yes. Well, listen, Brianna, the reason that I called you here today, we are gathered in Callaloo Studios.
Yes, Callaloo Studios. I can't wait to hear your dad's intro from Callaloo
Studios. When it comes in, oh my God, he's so good. We are gathered in the studio today because I wanted to talk to you about something that I have been seeing fall apart at the seams in this good pandemic / zombie apocalypse. I know you love a good zombie movie.
Love it.
And that is customer service.
Right.
So I don't know what has happened to the world of service, but it just feels to me that over the last few years, and then maybe accelerated in the last few months, we have seemed to collectively lost our ever-loving mind around what it means to treat people well and what it also means to be treated well. And, I feel like you told me something the other day. How long you been working in customer service in general?
So in customer service in general, it's been about 19 to 20 years in customer service.
Wow.
For some reason, I keep falling into jobs, careers, different things that put me in a customer service base. And it's all these years of experience has helped me learn how to really give good customer service, because giving good customer service doesn't mean that the customer is always right. For me, it means that you try your best to make sure you take care of whatever the customer may need.
I love that. And so tell me some of the different industries that you've worked in just sort of like a customer facing capacity. That'd be awesome to hear.
So I think I started in retail when I was about 17.
Oh, the retail job. Okay, first of all,
yes.
What was your first retail job? I do not remember. I've known you forever, but I don't remember what it was.
I worked at Kulka's Bakery on Jamaica Avenue.
Yes, come on. Listen, New York City. If you have not been to that, first of all, is that bakery still even there?
It's not there anymore.
Oh, is it for good reason? I don't know.
It's probably for a good reason. It's 20 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So, yeah, I started working there when I was 16, 17. Bakery, customer service, people with cakes, cupcakes, this and third.
And you would think people would be happy coming into the bakery, but I have seen people coming in real upset. Just coming in upset.
I wanted white frosting. You gave me white frosting with blue. But you wanted blue as well, ma'am.
You're like, ma'am, you wanted blue. What is happening over there? Okay, so your first job was at the bakery. Mine was at when Old Navy opened up in 5 towns. And it was the flagship. And when I went to apply for that job, Brie, I went to like the little trailer. You know, they have it before they open the job. And I thought I was big guns. You hear me? I walked up in that trailer with my application shiny. Okay, I had worked on it. And I answered all my questions. And you know, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get this job, but I was like, yo, if I get this job, it's gonna be fly, and I'm gonna have fly clothes. Right. We didn't even know what Old Navy was about to be about, but the Gap was everything.
Yes.
In those
and we knew it was a part of Old Navy. The Gap and Old Navy was similar.
Yes. So I worked in. Listen, shout out to folks who worked in retail for their first job, in high school, because y'all know. The real deal. Okay, so you started out there, and then you've meandered through different sectors, I want to say, over the years.
I meandered through customer service base in the medical field, customer service base in public policy, which sounds weird, but there is a big customer service base when it comes to public policy and dealing with politicians and different other nonprofit organizations.
Yeah.
I bounced back into customer service in the medical field, and now I am currently in customer service in a major U.S. airline carrier.
Ooh. You're either like, first of all, are you on the phone? Like when I call you, like, I need to change my reservation.
That is not me. Thank God.
Bree, what you do? Tell the people.
I am an airport operations lead based in one of these wonderful cities based in Boston.
Come through Boston. That's where I went to school, you know.
Yes, that's where Kishshana went to school, guys. So yes, I'm an airport operations lead for a major U.S. carrier. And basically what that is I am a lead of different crew members, and they come to me when they can't deal with or don't want to deal with any type of customer service issue, anything having to do with a customer not happy about anything to do with a flight, bags, their ticket isn't right, their seat isn't right, they don't want to wear a mask.
Wait a minute, they don't want to wear a mask?
Yeah, do we want to start on that?
I mean, we can start wherever you want, child, because they don't want to wear a mask. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
Countrymen.
That has been the biggest, most significant, most difficult thing I've had to deal with since working in the airline industry. 3 years, I'll be working in the airline industry 3 years, come this April.
Yeah.
And I've dealt with a lot of things. People doing anything you could imagine.
Drugs.
Separated
from their families. Did somebody lose their kid in the airport?
It happens all the time. Masturbating in the bathroom.
Oh.
All these different things. Oh. That we have airline employees have to deal with it. But it seems like the mask situation, people really like to be aggressive about it and voice that they are Americans and they don't have to follow any rules.
Fascinating.
And since it's become a federal law, it's a federal law now. In airports, on the planes, off the planes. Airport, on the planes, off the planes, you have to wear a mask. And it seems like now more than ever, people are pushing it.
Fascinating. So before, when it was like strict guideline, people were more compliant. Also, less people were flying.
Yeah,
particularly in the beginning of middle of the pandemic, folks were like dipping quiet. But the airports, I mean, I had to travel a couple of times, and the
airport was a different quiet.
The airport was so quiet, it was eerie. And I also had like on a hazmat suit, but that's.
Did you really wear a hazmat suit?
I mean, it felt like it. It was one of those disposable situations.
Kishshana, you did not.
I looked crazy, and I was hot. I felt like I was having a whole like
when I see
heat flash.
People do that.
Yes,
and when I see them, I'm like, what is really happening?
Because then you strip it off, and then you just dispose of it in the garbage on your way out. Your mind does the things your mind does. Okay. So you deal with all manner of foolishness,
yes,
and good things,
and
good things too as well. And I looked up the other day like what customer service and what a customer service orientation is, because I think one of the things that I've been struck by, particularly over the last year, and as I've gotten older, is that folks don't have manners, man. Like just regular old bratupsy.
They don't.
Like I'm gonna need y'all. Like who raised you?
I ask myself that question a lot when people walk up to you and say, I want this or I want that, without saying, hi, would you be able to help me with this? Or hi, would you be able to help me change this? Or hello, would you be able to help me do this? I'm less inclined, and it's going to sound bad, but I'm less inclined to help you when you walk up to me and say, can you do this?
Or I need you to do this.
I need you to do this. I need you to do that.
And you're like, good morning.
Right.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Or if someone is of a certain status with an airline, I'm such and such. You need to change my seat.
Oh, well, hello, sir, ma'am, whosoever. Right?
And it sucks, though, because sometimes you still need to put that customer service face on.
Yeah.
And just say, well, hello, do you have your ID, sir? I can take care of you. Because a bigger thing in customer service is killing them with kindness.
So let's go to that. So I saw a definition that said that a customer service orientation is someone who must be able to display positive attitudes, that is you, and behaviors, and who demonstrates an awareness and willingness to respond to customers in order to respond to and meet their needs, requirements, and expectations.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, that takes a special kind of somebody.
That's important. That's important because when you're dealing with someone who's tough or someone who just doesn't have manners, when you kill them with kindness, there's nothing they can do.
That's right.
The more they continue to be rude or obnoxious, and the more you continue to be kind and say, well, I can help you with this, or I can change this, the more they're like, maybe they get a little bit more upset. Like, oh, she's not even getting agitated by what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, because my job, or as someone who's doing customer service, I'm just going to always try my best to keep a smile on. And that's what I tell my crew members sometimes, because sometimes they'll get aggravated.
I mean,
like,
we're human. I don't want to deal with that today. Although I will tell you, I know that you work in a container where folks are either excited to be leaving, or sad to be coming home, or excited to be coming home, and sad to be leaving, and all types of I feel like flying in general is an emotional. It can be an emotional journey, not just a transaction. It's not like a transport.
It is. So sometimes you get a lot of people who have anxiety with flying.
Yeah.
And you have to be really, really compassionate and have some empathy towards them, because just because you can fly fine doesn't mean that person who's flying today can fly fine. And
that's like somebody who's like deathly afraid of heights or dogs or or any kind of phobia where it is so outsized to whatever the situation is. And so you have to navigate all types of human emotion, it seems like.
Yes, you do. People go through, some people drink to get on planes. You have to deal.
Shout out to the airport bar that does the overpriced drinks.
Yeah.
The airport, first of all, the airport bar costs more than it does at the club. When the club was open, I feel like the airport is still more expensive.
It is. I'll tell you, one time we were going on vacation, me and friends, and we went to the bar. It was morning. We're like, we're going to have some mimosas and some pancakes.
Come on, mimosas and pancakes, $40 later.
Yeah, no, Kishshana. The 2 champagnes were $42.
Nuh-uh.
Two mimosas were $42.
For some OJ and some Prosecco?
We were like,
Nuh-uh. What? You were speechless?
Speechless. We're like, we work for the airline. Do we get a discount?
That's why you have to pull out your badge. Meanwhile, I'm like,
pull out my badge.
I got my library card. I have my AARP. No, wait, that's the wrong card. It's for my parents.
My AAA card.
I got my AAA card.
My
like
CVS card.
Yeah. Does this museum pass work? Like, these are the things I want to know. But okay, so this idea of like having a customer service orientation, to me, it doesn't just show up at work.
No, it shows up in every aspect of my life. It shows up with my friends. It shows up with my family. It shows up with, if I'm dealing with a different type of relationship, it shows up in every aspect of my life. Me personally, I'm very much of a person who likes to make someone feel better, make my friends and family feel happy in whatever aspect I can. And that's customer service based, because your friend, they're not a customer, but
no, but it's the orientation. It's that
right.
anticipation of needs that
right.
I think that, that absolutely shows up. So where does it go wrong in life? Okay. Because I feel like I was in the supermarket the other day and I thought to myself when I stood on the line and I saw the cashier dispassionately checking out people's groceries. And I was like, maybe she shouldn't be singing The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music. I don't know. Maybe she shouldn't be singing that. But the way my girl showed up to that job, I say, you do not want to be here on today.
Yeah.
Why did you come? What is happening?
Some people work in a customer service-based job and don't realize they're working in a customer service-based job. If you work as a cashier at Pathmark, aging myself right now.
You did just age. I was like, did you just say Pathmark? Look, wait, we got to get worldwide. Hold on. Let's see if we can do this.
Whole Foods.
Okay, Whole Foods.
No, because
Kroger's.
Publix.
Okay, Publix. Okay, what's in the UK?
Marks and Spencer.
Marks and Spencer's. Let's see what else. Or Boots. If you're doing if you shopping at Boots, y'all, that's that late night run down to the shops.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, I'm trying to think what else. What's in Canada? I should know this. We've traveled some places.
We have. I don't know Canada's.
Somebody's gonna listen. I guarantee you, somebody's like yelling it right now. They're listening and they're like shout it out. Listen, y'all. When this comes in, drop it in the comments.
Yes, please.
What your local supermarket is, because we want to know. And date yourself. We don't want to know your supermarket of today. We want to know the supermarket of 1989 through 1995.
Be a New Yorker. Say if you want to. Be a Brooklyn, New Yorker.
D'Agostino.
And say Bobby's.
And say Bobby. Yes, come through. Say Bobby's. That's so true.
But if you're working as a cashier in Stop and Shop,
yep.
Some people don't realize they got this job. They're 16, 17. They got this job at Stop and Shop.
25, 42. Okay,
yes,
continue.
Yes, you're correct. They don't realize that they are working in a customer service-based job. And when you work in a customer service-based job, sometimes you may not want to be there, but you need to just put on the face that you want to be there. That's it.
That's it. And the thing is, it's not even just about putting on the face. You talked about like that orientation to wanting people to be happy, that attitude of happiness. And it doesn't matter if you're in a job that pays by the hour or if you're in a job that is salaried or in a job that's commission based, whatever.
Right.
The reality is, if relationships drive how you do your business, how you get your work done,
definitely,
then by and large, you are in a customer-facing job.
That's it.
It's what it is. And yet we forget about that all the time as we get into this, like, busy, want to get it
monotony,
done.
the rat race.
The rat race. Got to get it done fast. Got to,
I feel like as a New Yorker, we always want to say we're busy. We love to say, but some of us are really busy. Kish is busy.
You're busy.
I'm not that busy, y'all. Don't let Kish fool you. Kish is doing things here that we dreamed about and I knew would come true. Don't get me wrong. I am doing things that I dreamed about.
You are.
This job that I'm working now for an airline, my mother, who's no longer alive, God bless the dead, always wanted me to work at an airline.
So crazy.
Because she was like, from a very young age, she always told me, you would be great at an airline. You love people. You this, you that. And it took me how much years to realize that I'm good at it.
Absolutely. And you're amazing.
And, it's something that I love. It's a job that I didn't think I would like going to every day, because it is just doing the same thing every day. But I've come to learn about myself that I enjoy working someplace where I can do the same thing every day, but become amazing at it.
Ooh.
And become a pro at it, and become a pro at knowing what to say to people.
Come on. First of all, in a core competency, let me just nerd out for 2 seconds, Reed. So listen, for all y'all competency nerds who listen to me, because there's a bunch of us, that is called being dedicated to your craft. Okay? Like, that's focus in a serious way. And it's something that, honestly, I think, to your point about the rat race.
Yes.
Like, in our just need to just go, we have forgotten about that that passion, that focus in our craft.
Yes.
And how that shows up. And some folks will say, and I think there are a lot of people that have said they had the last year to slow down and
realize things.
Yeah, I did not. Let's talk to lots of people who also said they wish they had slowed down. They had not slowed down. In fact, they felt like they had to work more or work harder. Yeah. And when you're grinding like that and you're at your nose to the grindstone, it makes it harder for you to recognize the cues.
It definitely does.
Where you gotta be in a situation where you are building relationships that have that orientation, that customer service, that how can I help you?
It definitely does. But I would hope this year gave people the time to sit back and think about what they can do better, or what they want to learn better, or what they might want to get better at.
Yeah.
Because the pandemic gave us a lot of time to kind of sit and think. It didn't give Kish a lot of time to sit and think.
Don't listen, we ain't gonna worry about that. But here we are.
It gave the pandemic made me thankful for my job.
Yeah. Yeah, mine too.
A lot of people came out of this, or we're still in it, but I feel like we're coming out of something.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't come out of it with jobs. A lot of people didn't come out of it with their family members, with different things. And this did give me a clearer mind on just always trying to make sure that I give the best customer service I can, even when I don't want to. Because there's days you go to work and you're having something going on at home, you have something going on in your personal life, and you just don't want to. You don't want to. I don't want to. That's it. I don't want to. Yep. But you never know what somebody else is going through. You never know what this person who's flying to bury their mother, their father, their sister, their brother, their husband, their wife. You don't know. The reason this woman got upset when you were trying to tell her something could be because she's over-exhausted or just over everything.
Yep.
So you always have to do your best with making sure that you at least give that person a little bit of kindness, even if it's 2% of kindness in the whole 100% of their day.
Yep.
That 2% of kindness might go a long way.
So now we're going to take a quick break. So use this moment to stand up, plant your feet firmly on the ground, reach for the sky, and stretch. Get that oxygen into your lungs, friend. We'll be right back. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, welcome, new friend. I'm so happy to have you here. But make sure that you subscribe, download everything, and get caught up, because you don't want to miss 1 minute of the conversation. Kishshana & Co. is a boutique organizational development and leadership learning company focused on equity-centered strategic consulting, executive coaching, and leadership education. We help companies, organizations, institutions, and the people that lead them live well and lead well. Through innovative training and retreats, group and individual high-performance coaching, and in-house consulting engagements designed to help fast growth teams recruit and retain top talent and grow the leadership pipeline for the future of work, we are changing the game on how we think about management and leadership. So go ahead and visit us at kishshanaco.com. That's www.kishshanaco.com. And you know, as you're talking about that, you know who what group of folks I wonder got a like cold shower of reality around being more customer service oriented during this pandemic? Celebrities.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Oh, I was about to battle royale you on that one. Okay.
I don't think so.
Why do you say no? You think folks got more obnoxious?
I don't think they got more obnoxious. I just think not used, but I think they just were like, well, I was in the pandemic too. I was in my big house in LA on my 3 acres, just dealing with not being able to go outside.
We saw a lot of that on Instagram.
Right.
I had to mute a lot of people. I did not unfollow a lot of people. I had to just be like, all right, y'all.
I'm sorry. I have friends who are losing parents. I can't.
Right. You're like, I really can't fool with you right now. I
don't care that you are on your 3 acres. Because
that's the guest house. Bree, that's the guest house.
Oh, that's just the guest house.
That's just the guest house.
I'm in my little box.
You're not dreaming big enough, Bree, okay?
Okay, you're right. Excuse me. I'm in my box, happy that I can wake up every morning.
Right.
And watch my shows.
That's it. Listen, the small pleasures of life, okay? Just being able to watch your shows.
Just being able.
But it's hard to me, one of the things where I think like being able to, going back to this definition of displaying a positive attitude and behavior, demonstrating awareness and willingness to respond to customers in order to respond and meet the needs and requirements. But if we switch out customers and slip in friends.
Yes.
How does having a customer service orientation show up in your friendships? How does that show up for you? And how do you think people should be thinking about that?
The biggest thing I think about is being able to listen to your friends. Mm-hmm. Really listen. Some people don't listen.
Some people don't listen. Oh my gosh.
Some people don't listen. They say they're listening, but they're not. They kind of just are around and not really listening.
They're just waiting for you to stop talking.
Yes.
So they could talk.
Yes.
I don't like those people. And I don't like when I'm that person. I'd be like, just slap me right on the front of the nose. Let me know I'm messing it up.
I believe in listening. Whenever a friend is going through something, or even when a friend is just like, oh gosh, I had a day. I want to listen because I'm like, oh girl, I'm sorry, or I'm sorry you had that type of day. What can I do to help? Or it's not even what I can do to help. You listen, and then maybe somewhere down the line you go see them, you go visit them, you send them something. That's all a part of that's where you would use your customer service expertise, experience to make that person feel better, because that is what customer service is to me ultimately. Doing your best to make the customer feel better in any way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. And it's not even because things can be happening and you're not apologizing for what's happening, because sometimes you can't control it. Sometimes it just is what it is.
It just is what it is.
But if you can make that person feel better in that bad situation, in that unfortunate situation, that's a big part of customer service, because ultimately that friend, that customer will say, I was having a stressful day. 3 days later, I got a card in the mail from Bree. Yeah. And it just made me feel so good.
That's that right on time.
That's the right on time customer service dealing with friends.
Now let's talk about it at work. Not dealing with the folks who are our customers or clients or whatever, but I'm thinking more about like how we interact with each other.
Yes.
Because one of the things that I see is that oftentimes we forget just the basic human decency.
Yes, with each other.
And that becomes like a whole other thing. So what do you think that's about? Why do you think we just like that whole situation breaks down when it comes to the way we treat our team members when we're thinking about customer service?
Because sometimes if you're dealing with the same thing and you're dealing with something big, or you're at work and there's just a lot going on, you don't feel the need to say to that person, are you doing okay? You kind of feel like, well, I'm dealing with it too. They're dealing with it too. They're going to have to deal with it. No, that's never been my attitude. When I have crew members, when I'm walking around the airport, when I'm walking on the floor, I'm leading, I try to make sure I go to every single gate. Hey, what's up? I'm your lead today. You need anything? Don't forget to call me. Hey, what's up? I'm your lead today. Don't forget to call me. And I know it makes crew members feel like, oh, I could call Bree, because Bree is not going to like get mad at me if I call her for something that might...
people know they can turn to you with the hard stuff.
Right. That might sound ridiculous to someone else. They might say, you don't know this or you don't know that. I'm going to say, oh, well,
I hate that though.
I
like,
do not
what is up with those folks who talk to you? Like, to me, that's kind of reckless. Like,
it is.
I don't want to be in a situation or work alongside someone who doesn't hold me in a regard in such a way that I can ask a question and not make to be feel like I'm stupid.
Right.
Like, that just is, we don't want that. We didn't like that when we were kids.
That is the biggest thing. And
it
something clicked with me that I didn't realize about myself when I was becoming a lead for this company. One of my managers pushed me to do it, and the reason she pushed me was because everyone told her, Bree is so easy to talk to. Bree is so encouraging. Bree just makes me feel good about coming and talking to her about anything. And that makes me feel good, because I think, okay, my crew members are never going to be scared to say, I messed up. I need your help. Or, I don't know this, but I think I should. Or, I can't deal with this today.
Yep.
And that is really important.
Really important.
Dealing with your coworkers, crew members, we call them crew members, dealing with your coworkers, people who might be under you, people who might be above you even.
Yep.
Because you, in the same aspect, you want to make everybody happy, but you don't want everybody or anybody stepping on you.
Exactly. So there's like a balance that you have to have in that. And so a lot of our listeners, a lot of the folks in the Fab Crew, they're in all ages and stages of their career, but we have a lot of folks who like are leading their teams, they're leading organizations, they're leading companies. So they're in a position to, have to make a lot of tough decisions. And sometimes when you get into that mode, you get into like decision-making mode, you sometimes forget some of the niceties that go along with getting folks to get from point A to point B where you need them to go. And so how do you feel like as a leader in your role, like, being able to bring that customer service orientation that you have to have for your customers into your team? How do you feel like that's really been able to like help you grow as a leader?
Well, I think the biggest thing is leading by example.
Oh, come on now. Talk to me.
Leading by example.
Y'all better lead by example. And if you're raggedy and your drawers is showing, okay, so shall your team show their drawers.
That's the most important thing. Lead by example.
Yeah.
The best people above me have led me by example. To make me say, well, if they're going to get their hands dirty, I'm going to get my hands dirty too. If you show your crew members, if you show your team that you are not afraid to get your hands dirty when it's needed, they'll know, okay, I'm going to get the job done. I have to get the job done. But there are points when you're going to try to get the job done, but it's not going to work. And you will have to go to the person above you. You'll have to go to your manager, your team lead, whoever it is, and say, I just need help. I can't get it done. But then when you see your team lead, your manager say, okay, you can't get it done, I'm going to try to get it done, get my hands dirty. That's going to make your team work, because they're like, oh, my manager gets his or her hands dirty. So I have to work harder to make sure that they don't always have to get their hands dirty.
That's it. So I hear it's like lead by example, and you don't be afraid to get dirty with it. So what's another thing that you think as a leader that you have to understand around being a customer service oriented type of individual in order to be able to lead well? Because I love that. So lead by example. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
You have to also have compassion and understanding.
Yes.
Because not everyone is having a good day. And your team needs to be able to come to you and say, I could work today, but I'm not having a great day. Or I'm just not feeling how this person has treated me. Because sometimes customers or anybody can give you a bad vibe, and then it just takes everything out of your day. So along with leading by example, along with getting your hands dirty, along with having compassion, though, you also have to have that balance of sternness with them. You know, even though you still have compassion, you still lead by example, you still have to let them know that I am your leader. Yep. I am your lead. Yep. So if I ask you or tell you to do something, you know, if you don't, you have to, you have to do it. You have to get it done. You have to get it done. I'm not going to disrespect you. Respect. You have to respect. You want to be respected. You have to give respect. You have to give respect.
People always say like, oh no, you got to respect me. And I'm like,
no, I have to respect them too.
Exactly.
I have to respect them because they are here doing the job. Like, how could you not respect them?
How could you not?
Respect is probably the biggest thing for me. I respect every single person I work with.
Yeah. Because
they are coming to work every day or whatever days they come and do the job. They're not coming to work and like slacking off. And then if you're dealing with people who are slacking off, that's where the sternness comes in. You have to let them know, like, I see you not working.
Oh, that must be some juicy bits. You had to be like, hey, hi. I see you walking up and down these hallways.
I see me not seeing you when you're supposed to be bringing something.
I see me not seeing you. I love that. I see me not seeing you. But I have misplaced you.
I've called you on the radio numerous times. But that's a part of the customer service sometimes that people don't like to deal with. The difficult customer service part of things. Talking to people, telling them, you didn't really do that great. Did you need some help with that? Because you didn't do a great job with it. Or even with customers, sorry, you messed up. This is what I can do for you.
It's so funny because even then you were like, you messed up, but this is what I can do for you. And I was like, dang, I'd have been like, too bad, so sad. And then you're like, no, Kish.
No, Kish.
Like, you gotta wrap it up in the bow. You gotta figure out what's the solution for them. And I'm like,
you messed up, but this is what I can do for you. That's something that I've learned along the years from different companies that I've worked for. Apologize. Don't apologize for the mistake, but let them know what you can do to help them. Mm-hmm. That's big because
don't apologize for their mistake.
Don't apologize for their mistake.
Yeah.
Do not apologize for their mistake.
Figure out what's the solution that you can work for. You're like, we could be solution oriented. Yeah. We're not going to lay blame at who did what, but everybody don't have your will or skill, Brie. I just want you to know because I have been at many a gate where I definitely have heard of. I'm talking about internationally where I've heard folks talk real crazy.
I know.
And I've been like, who raised you?
It makes me cringe.
Your mama would cringe if she heard you talking like that to somebody.
It makes me cringe. And then I meet some people who are like the most amazing customer service based people. You're like, did you come from heaven? Because you are just
a joy
to be around. Your voice, I
want somebody to describe
your tone, your voice, your tone, your actions, your everything is a joy to be around.
I need somebody to describe me like that. You are a joy. Did the heavens open up around you? You are wonderful. No, I don't think I'm having that reaction to that type of inspiration, but I would like it.
I did tell one of my coworkers that I'm thinking about transferring to another base, and they're like, nah, we don't want you to do that.
Why not?
Because they love me.
Oh, they're like, don't.
They're like, no, they're like, you're just too great. No,
soon as I get home,
why
from
would you?
Work.
Why would you? No, why would you? It's nice when you know that the work you're doing is great work.
Absolutely.
And it's good work. And
absolutely.
It's great work. I love it. I'm not even gonna lie.
So whether your customers, your clients, your donors, your staff member, your team, like wherever you are engaging with people, y'all, you have got to remember that you are in a customer service role.
Definitely.
Whether it's the big C or the little c, you are in the business of being aware of people's expectations, people's needs, and how you interact with them really does set the tone for how folks experience you, your company, your organization. And so it's really important to keep that in mind. Bree, this was so awesome.
Man, Kish, I'm so excited for this and for you.
Next time we just need to do dating profiles.
That would take hours.
Oh my God, it'd be so funny. No, we would have to record that with video because folks would be like, first of all, are y'all not going to show us what's happening?
Oh no.
All right, y'all. But listen, if y'all want to see that, y'all have to let me know because, I'm not making topics just to make topics, y'all. We have a plan here. We have a plan here.
Yes.
But listen, friends, Bree, this has been so awesome
Kish,
to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. Y'all, if you want to get connected with Bree, how should they connect with you on these good internet streets?
Social media
streets.
You can find me on Facebook, good old Briana McKenzie. You can find me on Instagram at This Is Breeze with a capital S. I like to spell it THISISBRIS.
I love that so much. And it'll also be in the show notes. All right, Fab Crew, this was another episode of Let's Take This Offline. And I can't wait to talk to y'all real soon. All right, Bree, that's all we got for today.
Bye, y'all. Thanks, Fab Crew.
Bye, y'all. On our next episode, I'll be digging into one of my favorite topics, teams. And this time, we're going to be talking about managing virtual teams. I mean, after all, we are in a new normal, friend. And so let's get into it. Don't forget to download, subscribe, forward to a friend, and if you're feeling so inclined, leave us a review. Who raised you? This is the question I find myself asking folks at the store, at the bank, at restaurants, at Walmart. Basically, if there are people, I got questions. Customer service is not for the common person, air quotes, my friends. It's for everyone. It's for everyone. Y'all, a customer service orientation is a skill that each and every one of us has got to be able to have as a part of the foundation of how we show up in the world. Because it is simply and literally being able to anticipate and respond both promptly and professionally to requests and needs from all of the stakeholders in your life and set clear expectations, while taking other perspectives into account. So what that means is you need it in every aspect of your daily life because there are so many stakeholders that are operating in your world that need time, care, and attention. So the next time you think you're too good to have good manners, act like you have good home training, and just be plain old good to people, remember that at some point you too will have to operate in a service capacity, and you want people to be good to you too.